We got basic materials. Let's take this kind of like this Sherwin-Williams. The reason I'm saying, or just a second, I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so this 50% mark, Sherwin-Williams has been on a tear. I would have liked it to hold the more of the short-term trends, like right here, of that 100%. And we basically got rejected by the 100% now. I would like to be on the other side of that. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Let's bring it back a couple, like weekly though, so you kind of see what's going on. All right, so the 50%, this 50% right here is from the 108 to basically the 250, 240, whatever. Stemming basically from March of last year, so Corona low, all the way up to basically the high of last year, down to the first little pullback of this year. And that's the extension. So if you really want to say, how far has it gone? Basically 200% in a year and a half. So it kind of makes sense that we'd come down. This is the extension. So we got stopped out at the 618, right? You see it right here. Also was in line with the 127 extension of this, right? And then coming down to the 50 makes sense. It makes sense. Kind of dropping below this 100%. It makes sense. I can't get too frustrated. Looking at it from a larger perspective, long term, it could have went all the way down to the 282 and still been more or less bullish. Now, I don't believe it's going to go down any further. I think the market's already had its fun on the downside. Remember, these are weeks. So, not last week, but the week before was just a nasty week. Went from 304 down to 292. Then last week was kind of bad, but we kind of got a nice little pop. Let's look back at our days. If we can get above this 100 and maybe even this 50 right here, the 50, which would be the 294, then I would be a buyer looking to take out this 310. Scott's Miracle Grow looked like it was going to have a little bit of, oomph. It hit our downward target. Yeah. I mean, we were there last week. So, no, actually, we were not. That was Monday. So we found some support there. Bounced. Kind of got rejected. Looks like we're coming back down maybe to the 140. If we do test that 140 again, look for next target down to 129. DuPont, not looking the greatest. I'm kind of disappointed in this. I would stay all the way away. Yeah, I'm not a buyer. Not looking pretty at all. Dow, kind of like with DuPont. In order for me to really like this, it needs to get above this teal line and stay above it. Looks like we might just kind of roll on over. Yeah, if we hit this 55 level, let's see, where would, oh wow. Then next target would really be way down to this 51.33. Yeah. Rio Tinto, just what a disappointment. Really, truly, what a disappointment. But we will see if this is more seasonal. As you can kind of see, we were down here last November, and then it basically doubled. I mean, we're on target. It hit target down at the 65 and 95. Wouldn't really. It looks like we're trying to go down even further. So just be very careful. Yeah, let's look at the weeks. Yeah, it just looks absolutely horrendous. The Corona low was 35. Wow, this Rio Tinto went on a storm from 35 to 95. Yeah, let's do this. Okay. So in all actuality, look at it from a longer term. We are above the 50%. If we can stay above this 50%, which is also in line with the 161, then I mean I have to say we're in a bullish territory, although we did break, so the probability that it's going to break again is higher. So 58, 51 would be downside target, but if we can hold this, then the 127 more or less the 618 area, which is just better general vicinity. Over here would be next target, so anywhere around that 72 to 73 area. Linden Basal, not looking very good. I'm not impressed. Excuse me. Looks like we're still in that downward. Oh, this is weekly. I apologize. All right, daily it looks like a little bit. It looks a hell of a lot better actually. Weekly we still look like we're in a down. I mean we are in a down starting basically from August, as you can see. If we can break out of the September 14th low, which would be 95 area, then that would buck the trend. The lower lows, it would make a higher high, or a higher, yeah, a higher high, opposed to a lower low. Then we'd be looking for a higher low, and hopefully this shift will have changed. Um, really holding this 91.81, I think, is the pivot point. We can hold this, then look for our next little 96, 60, what, 61 ish. Um, let's see if this. Yeah, I'd just be very careful. I'd like to see it break out the September 14th low or high, excuse me, 95.88 before I'm really interested. Echo Lab looking good. Surprisingly looking good. Yeah, really surprising. We bounced on this teal line, and then since then we are looking to take our 231. Still 10 points away, so it's decent, but 231 would be target. Then if we can break out of that 231, target would be 248. International paper. Surprise, is not doing too horrible. Long-term trend bucked on the 681. Let's see if we can maintain the 50% of the longer term trend of 56.48. If we can maintain that, then I would be a buyer. And let's see if we can try to retest this little cluster area right here of the 60.30. BASF still in a downward trend. Yeah, it looks terrible. Mosaic. Wow, Mosaic had a beautiful, beautiful last little week. If you were not paying attention, you missed it, which I did. That was beautiful. Let's see. Come Monday, we dropped to 31, and now we bounced all the way to 35. And we broke out right here, hit target perfectly. And I would say if we might pull in just a little bit, but next target would be 37 to 38. Yeah, the 38.94 would be the most recent all-time high. So look for a breakout on that. Let's look at this weekly. Let's draw this so we kind of know. Yeah, so real target, next target would be the 36, well, basically 37 area. If we can break out of that, We have it's a decent breakout from 3 years ago. Boom. So that could really push us maybe up to even the 42 area. Wow. Corona low. Look at that. $6.50.